All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a chapter that I know can be a major stress point for your ICSE boards, 3D geometry, or mensuration. Let's just jump straight in. Yeah, I know that feeling. The second your teacher says the word mensuration, your brain just conjures up this nightmare of endless formulas, weird shapes, and just so much stress. It almost feels like it's designed to be confusing, right? But what if I told you that you could actually master this whole chapter in, say, the next 5 minutes? Seriously, all it takes is one simple trick and a solid game plan. Stick with me, because that's exactly what we're about to do. Okay, let's be real. The main challenge here, the big thing standing in your way, is just the sheer number of formulas. It's like you're trying to memorize a whole new dictionary. So today, our mission is to conquer this final boss of your math syllabus. I mean, just take a look at this list. Cylinder volume, cone volume, sphere, hemisphere, hollow cylinder. It's just a wall of text. And they all look kind of similar, but just different enough to trip you up. But don't panic, we are about to make this so much simpler. So how do we fix this mess? Well, it's time to reveal the secret weapon. This isn't about memorizing harder. It's about understanding smarter. There's one single idea that connects almost every single one of these formulas. And here it is, the base area trick. This is it. This is the key. For most 3D shapes, the volume is just the area of the base times the height. That's it. It's really that simple. Stop trying to memorize a dozen formulas and just get this one core idea. Okay, picture this. A cylinder is basically just a stack of coins, right? The base is one coin that's a circle. Area, pi r squared. Now just stack those coins up to a height h. What do you get? Base area times height, pi r squared h. Simple. And a cone? Well, a cone is just a slice of that cylinder. It's exactly 1/3 of a cylinder that has the same base and height. See? Suddenly the formulas aren't random anymore. They're connected. All right, so we've cracked the formulas. Now let's build your exam game plan. Because here's the thing, almost every single question they can throw at you in the ICSE exam, it's going to fall into one of just 3 predictable types. And these are the 3 types you'll face. First, you've got type A, which I call conversion. That's where you're melting one shape and recasting it into another. Then there's type B, combination. Think of a toy, like a cone plopped on top of a hemisphere. And finally, type C, flow of water. You know, the classic pipe filling up a tank problem. If you can just learn to spot which of these 3 types you're looking at, you are literally halfway to the answer. Okay, theory is one thing, but let's actually put this stuff into practice. We're going to walk through one of each type, step by step, showing you exactly how to write your solution to get every single mark. First up, a classic type A problem. You've got a big solid sphere, and it's melted down to make a bunch of tiny little cones. They want to know, how many cones can you make? The absolute key to remember here is that the amount of metal, the volume, doesn't change. It's conserved. So here's how you nail it. Step 1, and this is crucial. Just write down the formulas. Volume of a sphere, volume of a cone. That's a free mark right there. Don't skip it. Step 2, set up the logic. The total volume of the sphere has to equal n, the number of cones, times the volume of one little cone. Step 3, plug in the numbers. And here's a pro tip. Look for things to cancel. See how pi and the 1/3 are on both sides? Get rid of them. It makes your math way easier. And finally, you just solve for n. And boom, there's your answer. You can make 216 cones. See? Super logical, step by step, and that's 4 marks in your pocket. Okay, next problem. Type C, the water flow question. This is the one that trips a lot of people up, but it's really just another volume problem in disguise. The logic is simple. The volume of water that comes out of the pipe in a certain amount of time has to equal the volume of the water that rises up in the tank. But wait, before you do anything, step 1 is the most important part of this entire question. Unify your units. They give you kilometers per hour, centimeters, and meters. You have to convert everything to 1 unit. Let's use meters. I'm telling you, this is the #1 place people lose marks. Get that right, and the rest is easy. You just set the 2 volumes equal. Volume from the pipe, which is a cylinder, equals the volume of the rise in the tank, which is a cuboid. Plug in the numbers and solve for t. And the answer you get is 2 hours. But seriously, I'm going to say it again. That first step with the units, it is absolutely non-negotiable. All right, last one, a type B combination problem. We've got a toy, it's a cone, sitting on top of a hemisphere. The question asks for the total surface area.
Now think about what that means. It's the area you could paint, right? So it's the curved part of the cone plus the curved part of the hemisphere. The flat circular bases are stuck together, so we ignore them.
So let's break it down. Step 1, we gotta find our dimensions. The total height is 31. The hemisphere's radius is 7, which is also its height. So the height of the cone is just 31 minus 7, which is 24. Easy. Step 2, we need the cone's slant height L. For that, we pull out our old friend Pythagoras' theorem. Square root of 7 squared plus 24 squared, and you get a nice round 25. Now we have everything we need. Step 3, set up the equation. Total surface area equals the curved surface area of the cone plus the curved surface area of the hemisphere. Step 4, just plug in the numbers and calculate. And the final answer is 858 square centimeters. Remember, every one of those logical steps gets you a mark, so show your work. Okay, so we've covered the core logic and we've walked through the 3 main question types. Now, for the final takeaway. This is your secret edge for the 2026 exam. Okay, listen up because this is important. Based on the patterns of past papers, here's my prediction for your 4-mark question. It's going to be a type A melting and recasting problem, but with a twist. It's probably going to involve a hollow cylinder. That is your highest probability question, so make sure you practice that one inside and out. And to wrap it up, here are 3 golden rules. Please burn these into your brain. Rule number 1, units. Unify them before you do anything else. It's the number 1 mistake. Rule 2, pi is 22 over 7, always, unless the question specifically tells you to use 3.14. And rule 3, if you get a long decimal, round it to 2 places. These little habits are what separate a good score from a great one. So there you have it. The formulas actually make sense, the questions are totally predictable, and now you have a rock-solid game plan. You have the blueprint. The only question left is, which problem are you going to go and solve first?